Hello everybody and welcome to another edition of the Honey-Do List. We did a headlight restore kit video a while back. It was called Did I Waste My Money on This? What it is I have a friend has a truck and only one of his headlights, this one looks good, only one is hazed up. So what we're going to do today, we're going to go ahead and try some new products. We're not going to use the Harbor Freight. I had some suggestions. One from a detail person that says to use like a rubbing compound. He says that, you know, this would be a good product. Meguiar's Scratch X2O, and we're also going to get, but for this one we're actually going to use this kit, Meguiar's basic headlight restoration kit. I found it at Walmart about the same price as the Harbor Freight one, around 15 bucks. We also have another set of headlights. What we're going to do is a side-by-side comparison. I actually have a BMW that we're restoring, and it's been setting for a while and the headlights are really yellow, so we're actually going to split the headlights with a piece of tape, and we're going to try the Harbor Freight, the Meguiar's, the scratch resistant, and then on the fourth one we're going to leave it as like a test demonstration on how well they all worked. Alright, so let's get right to it and see how this works. So I read the instructions, and what it is, it comes with 3 of these little pads. It's number 1. I don't know if y'all can see that. Number 1 on this one. Then you have a number 2 that's 2-sided. And then a number 3 that's only 1-sided, and on the other side would be a number 4. What it says to do is soak these pads for 1 minute, which obviously I have. Then it says to take regular water and lightly mist the headlight, and then it says to go in an up, take the number 1 pad and go up and down motion like this. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to do an up and down motion. Okay, so you can already see that a lot of that stuff is running off already, and we want to make sure we get down here to the very bottom. We're going to do it a little bit more just to make sure we get everything, you know, and I always say a little extra hard work now makes it look better in the end. Get a little bit of water over here. Obviously y'all can hear little man in the background being a little man running around screaming his head off. Okay, we're going to go back over it one more time. And it doesn't say how long to use it. Well, I just dropped it, so I guess we're done with that one. Okay, so then step 2, it says once the balloon has a uniform frosted appearance, switch to the number 2 pad in a side-to-side motion. So we're going to grab the number 2 pad, which says number 2 right on it. And we're going to go to a side-to-side motion. Now, I said this in the last video, I don't know why they wouldn't want you to take all that off and keep that headlight clean. So we're going to do it like they say, and then if we need to make adjustments, and we'll talk about the adjustments here in a second. So we're going to go to side. Whoop, now I just dropped that one. So let's rinse that off. We're going to go back side to side. I think that it is coming pretty well clean. So what we're going to do is, let's see what it says to do now. Move to a number 3 and go side to side. Dry lens. See, I don't think that we should be leaving this on here, but they're saying to do it. To leave that product on there. The yellowing or haze that's on there. I think that we should rinse it off, spray some water on there, and let it run down. You know, just because I don't feel like, you know, sanding back over that, I feel like all you're doing is putting it back in there. Alright, so we're going to take the number 3. If y'all can see that. It says to go in an up and down motion now. I'm going to go up and down. There went the water bottle. It did move the camera a little bit. I apologize for that. But that's what happens when you film and doing stuff like this. Alright, so we did up and down motion. And of course, then they're going to say, take the... Oops, sorry about that. I know the camera's being a little bouncy. I'm trying to get it on the... There we go. Okay, then it says take the number 4. Number 4 and go to a... It said take the number 3, and we went up and down with the number 3. Now it says take the number 4 and go to a side-to-side motion. So let's do the side-to-side motion with the number 4. And we're going side to side. Alright, let me get the spray bottle because it's starting to feel like it's drying out a little bit, the little pad, so we'll go back over it. I keep hitting them dry spots and you see the sanding pad wants to stop. Now, I believe this is where you'd probably want to spend a little bit more time, you know, go ahead and spend a little bit more time sanding, because I don't see it all coming off. I think some of this might be actually on the inside, but you can definitely tell there is a difference in this headlight right off the bat. So we're going to go out here so you get everything sanded. Then it says final standing set 4. Okay, dry lens and apply max polish X polish to included polish now thoroughly, no scratches. Thoroughly until no scratches remain. Okay, so what we're going to do is it says to dry it. See, and I do believe that some of this is going to be on the inside of this headlight because I'm seeing the splotches through the headlight. And if that's the case, there's nothing that will get that off. It does look a lot better though, just from doing this. But see all this in here? That's actually on the inside. I don't think that's going to be on the outside of the lens. So let's get this. Okay. I think it's pretty much, oops, we got a little bit of moisture left. Let's just make sure it's good and dry. Then it says to take the other side of this towel and you apply this to it. Give me 1 second, get it open. It says to put some on there and polish. Now this step didn't say which direction to go in, but we're going to try to get it as good as possible. So we're going to put, you can see the truck shaking. I'm actually putting a little bit of ump to it to get it. I'm going to turn my rag over to a dry spot, then I'm going to wipe it clean. Okay, well, it worked to getting the exterior frosting off of it. As you can see, some of the clear coat on the inside is damaged, but it did get a lot of it off. The lens feels nice and smooth. Good product for not having a drill. But we're going to put this up to a side-by-side comparison with the one that I bought with the drill kit from Harbor Freight, this one, and the regular rubbing compound. We're going to put them onto a side-by-side test, and then we're going to show you which one is the best. Alright, so let's get right to that. Welcome to an edition of the Honey-Do List channel. What we're going to do is the side-by-side comparison to the Pittsburgh headlight renewal kit that we did versus the Meguiar's. Okay, what we're going to do is, one's a drill operated one of them's a hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to, both of them say to spray it down, and what we're going to do is this third one over here, we're not going to do anything to, we're going to just do these two, and then we're going to make a comparison and we'll be able to see what it looked like before. Alright, so what we're going to do is start with this one on the drill. It said to start with a 500. I don't know if y'all remember this. When I did the video, I actually said to use a secondary sandpaper first of all to get the lens a little cleaner. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take some of this off. And I'm also going to give the benefit of the doubt to the McGregor's, and we're going to do that side also with a little bit of this sandpaper prior, just to give it an equal amount of, extra to it. Okay. And what we're going to do is wipe that off. Matter of fact, let's spray it off just so we can make it where it don't get our rag all nasty. You can already see a big difference in just the pre-step to that. Okay. Now the drill, I don't know if y'all remember, it takes a 500 sanding pad, would be the first one. And you stick it to the sanding disc that is provided. Okay, and it comes with the sanding disc. If not, check out the video linked in above right here about the Pittsburgh one. So what it says to do is then just come in and sand. So we got that sanded down. And spray it down with some water. Alright, and then it says to take it to the next one, which would be the 800. The 800. And then it says to keep it wet, so we're going to spray it again. And it says to sand with the P800. Alright, so there's the P800. Now because we have to get this wet to do this side, we're going to do the 3000, which would be the last and final disc, which would be this one. It doesn't have anything written on the back, but we're not going to polish it. It does say to polish it after sanding with the 3000. So what we're going to do is spray it real quick. We're going to go ahead and get the 3000 on there, and then we're going to do this side. Okay, so that's that side, except for putting the compound on with this. We're going to wait to do that because we have to get this side wet to be able to sand it. So we're going to come in with the number 1 pad. This is number 1 on there. And we're going to come in and we're going to sand so to go side by side. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go side by side. And I'm pressing down kind of hard. I mean, we're going to see if you can get pretty much the same result And I'm gonna go side by side, up and down, side to side. Even though they say to go one direction, I'm actually gonna go multiple directions, and I'm gonna squirt water on there to keep it clean as I go. Because I feel like if you don't get that milky substance off, that it will just keep sanding it back into the plastic. So here we go. This is still the #1 pad. Okay, still the #1 pad. Okay, now we're going to switch to the #2. And it actually says to go in an up and down motion, opposite of #1. But I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt. We're going to do multiple directions, just to get it a little cleaner, a little finer, you know, try to do a little better job. I mean, we are going up against the drill, so we're going to put a little wrist action in there and kind of get it as clean as possible. Alright, so I'm going to spray that down. Alright, and then it says to go to a #3, going in the opposite direction again, so we're going to go back to side. Alright, rinse it down again, and then it says to go to the #4 side of the #3, then the #4. So it says go to #4, and go in the opposite direction. Feel a little bit of drag down here at the bottom, so we'll spend a little bit of time getting that a little nicer sanded. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so that's the #4. Then it says to dry and then polish, where this one, it doesn't say, I can't remember on this one, so give me 1 second to look. We'll go straight to #4. Let's see here. It says, okay, spray bottle, Okay, wipe the lens, here it. Good one, then continue spreading 3,000 here. Okay. So it doesn't say either to dry them or not to dry them, but I'm going to go ahead and just dry them off. And you can see that they both have a hazy look to them still. Okay, so that's about as dry as they're going to get. I mean, I know some people will be like, well, you didn't dry them 100%. I'm not going to break out a heat gun or a dry or anything like that. But that's what they come out looking like before you polish. So of course we're going to do the one on the drill first. Pull the 3000 pad off. Take the 3000 pad off. Put this on here. Remember I said to use about 1/4 of a size, so we're going to use a little bit less than that on it because we're not doing a whole headlight. And I'm going to get on the other side so I can buff. Okay, here we go. Remember, I just kind of patted around. The reason for that is, on my last video, is just to show that I was spreading it evenly. Okay, so I think that we got this pretty much as good. And I'm not trying to get all the way down to the edges. I know people are going to be like, well, you didn't get all the way down to the edge. I'm just trying to do the main part of the headlight so we can see. I noticed that I was running a little hot on the pad. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit more on there. And do it again. Alright, so we got a nice little finished look right there. Looks pretty good. Alright, so let's get on the other side. Alright, and what we're going to do is take the headlight kit that they have right here. Their Plastics polisher. And we're going to put a good amount on there. It's quite a good amount for that little bit of headlight, and I'm going to give it a lot of attention now. I'm going to spend a lot of time just going back and forth buffing. And I lost my tape off the edge, but I'm going to not go past it. I'll try to leave the one in the middle. I'll try to leave it on there. So when I take it off, you should be able to see that line in between. Okay? Yeah. Alright. Well, we can definitely tell which one is clearer just by looking at it. And I'm gonna have to say that, just just to get by for a little while, we'll try to move the camera. Y'all have to excuse the bounciness of it. This is what it looked like before right here. I don't know if y'all can really get that real good. This is what this looked like. Then of course, look how much shinier that one is. I think it's because that we used a drill on this one to sand, and we were able to get down into the plastic a little bit more. Hand sand is not going to get that. Sorry about the camera jumping around. You're not going to get that down to, they're smooth feeling. They're smooth. There's no difference in between them. But I think that you're going to get down more into the plastic when you use the drill model versus hand model. But just for using a hand, you can see where I didn't sand right here. So, just to do this area right here is all we're looking at. Same thing with this one. We're looking is in the center of it. This is a good product. Just for hand sanding, no drill required. Really good product here also. What I'll try to do is look up the websites for both of them and put them in the link in the comments below. But I really think that both of them are good products. Now, what we're going to do is something a little different. We're going to use the drill on this corner right here, and we're going to try something that my brother had told me about. We're going to start with the 500. I'm going to get it wet. And he said to use regular rubbing compound. So y'all see what it looks like. Let's see what this happens. He said just to sand it. Just like you were going to use the kit, which, man, you can already see a major difference in that one. That's just a 500. We haven't even got to, the next step up. So that's the 500. We'll rinse the 800 off. All right, we'll rinse the 800 off. We're going to put the 800 on there. We'll spray it down a little bit of water just to make sure it don't dry. Okay. I don't know if y'all noticed this, but where we didn't do it because we had the tape, see how it beads up right here because it's a wax coating, but where we didn't do it, there's no bead up, the water's just sheeting off of it. That should lead into a little bit about how this works. And pretty much what you're doing is, I talked to a few people and they're saying that all it is a coating, like a clear coat on top of it. And that's what's happening is your clear coat goes away and then it eats into the plastic. Let me get this number 3000 done real quick. Well, I'll explain a little bit more about that. Alright, and what they said was once the clear coat goes away, then then it takes a mold is what actually is happening. So actually what we're getting is a mold in the plastic. Let me get this centerpiece done real quick. Knock that down. Okay, I know I went all the way back over everything, but I'm going to wipe it all clean now. You see it all has that like hazy look. Alright, so he's saying to use something like this. Another Meguiar's. It's called Scratch X 2.0. And he said what you do on this is you use it like a regular wax. And you put a little bit on there, you haze it, just like you're waxing your car. Put it on there, let it haze, and then you buff it clean. So let that set for a second. Get it all down in here. And you can see it's already starting to haze over here. And he's saying that once it hazes up, you would buff it like you would wax your car. And that it would give it the same look as you waxing your car, because I know y'all remember that area right there. The water ran off and it beat it up and ran it off like it was wax. So, alright, here we go. And it did a pretty good job also. Over here looks really good. On this corner that just used that wax. I mean, it looks good. It's good in a pen. I mean, it looks a lot better than what it did. Now I'm going to back out with the camera. I mean, this looks really good. I mean, I can tell that there's some hazing still in the spot that I missed right here. I mean, if I was really going to do this, I'd have opened the hood and everything. Like I said, this is a project car that it's a 540i BMW. I'm hoping that once this channel gets bigger and everything, we're going to do a complete motor overhaul on this. So that's why I'm keeping the car around. But like I said, it's not something I drive every day. That's why we use this lens. So let me show you the other one real quick. And you can tell the difference from one to the other. There's what it used to look like, and that's what it looks like now. Big difference. We'll zoom out, we'll back out a little bit, and you can definitely tell the difference in the two. It's almost night and day. We'll kind of zoom in a little bit. See if we can zoom in. Kind of a night and day difference. There, sorry about the camera angles. I'm trying to do all this off of a tripod. There you go. My review on those two products, or three products actually. Any of the three would work. Then that all comes down to your personal choice. Oh well, I appreciate y'all watching this video. Hope that y'all learned something off of these videos. Please subscribe. Hit the bell icon, and always leave a comment. Tell us some stuff that you would like to see us do. We're pretty much open for anything, so just give us some ideas of what you'd like to do. Leave it in a comment below, and until next time, let's work on those honeydew lists together, and have a great day.